Hello, and welcome to the month of spooky. Scary stories are a part of life. We've been telling them since the dawn of man over campfires, radio broadcasts, television, and these days, social media. They remind us of our own mortality, get our adrenaline going, and send chills through our bodies that, well, we just can't explain. During this month, you can expect the unexpected, hear the unbelievable, and witness stories that will stretch your imagination. Why? Because that is what we do here at Ron's Amazing Stories. So settle in for the spooky and be prepared to be taken away from today. Hello and welcome to the podcast. Well, my friends, all good things, even the spooky ones, must come to an end. This is the final installment of our month of spooky, and what better way to close the coffin's lid than with one of the greatest OTR chill makers, the Inner Sanctum Mysteries. For over a decade, Inner Sanctum terrified, thrilled, and teased listeners with that unmistakable opening. The creaking door. It first opened on January 7th, 1941, and over the years it welcomed more than 500 tales of terror, murder, and the macabre, all told with a sly wink and a ghastly grin. The show was hosted by the unforgettable Raymond Edward Johnson. It struck the perfect balance between humor and horror. He'd welcome you like you were an old friend, then cheerfully tell you about the grisly demise of some poor soul. All with that signature chuckle that made the hairs on your neck stand up. Tonight, we're going to hear two classic episodes from that series, one featuring Raymond himself, and the other starring none other than Boris Karloff. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and step through that creaking door, if you dare. Our first story is titled Dead Man's Vengeance. It first aired on October 7th, 1944, and it's one of the rare episodes where Raymond, the host, becomes part of the horror. In this tale, Raymond receives a midnight visitor who brings a list of names, people who are destined to die. But who is on that list? What is that final name? Well, it's Raymond himself. It's eerie, it's clever, and it's everything we love about the Inner Sanctum Mysteries. Here now is Dead Man's Vengeance.
Tonight, the Mystery Playhouse has been fortunate enough to secure the services of that light-hearted raconteur of murder, horror, and the supernatural, the laughing boy of the Inner Sanctum, Raymond. Raymond's been telling about the horrible things that happen to other people for a long time now, and getting a huge bang out of it. But tonight the tables are turned, and he finds himself on the receiving end, which seems like poetic justice indeed. I think it might prove interesting to find out how Raymond's much vaunted sense of humor survives the acid test. So follow me to the home of the squeaking door, little house of 1,000 horrors, the Inner Sanctum.
Good evening, friends. This is your host, Raymond. Welcome to the squeaking door of the Inner Sanctum. For those of you who write in to find out why our door squeaks so much, I guess now is as good time as any to explain that the hinges are rusty with dried blood. Through that door pass the most beautiful ghouls in the world. Won't you come in? Well, friends, are you ready? Good. Now remember, if you must scream, do it with your mouth closed, so you won't annoy the rest of your family. You know, you don't need dark old houses or murky graveyards to feel the chilly presence of beings from the other world. Last week, just after I completed my broadcast, I was called to the telephone. And I picked up the receiver. I heard...
Hello, is that you, Raymond?
Yes.
Are you going to be at home tonight?
Yes, why do you ask?
Because I'm going to drop by. Something I want to ask you about. Try to be alone.
Who are you?
Don't you remember me?
Well, the voice is familiar, but I can't quite place it.
I'm Gideon Blake. I'll see you later, Ray. Goodbye.
Now, there's nothing unusual about a call like that, except one thing. 10 years ago, my friend Gideon Blake was killed. I was sure that call was some joke. I remember laughing about it as I sat down in my living room with sandwich and glass of milk. But later that night, I must have dozed off. I remember being awakened by the tower clock chiming. It was midnight. Somewhere a cat howled against the moaning wind that had sprung up. Strange chills and a shudder through my body. Front door must have blown open. I went to see. Standing there was Gideon Blake.
Good evening, Raymond.
Blake.
You shouldn't be so surprised. I told you I was coming.
Yes? You've changed so.
It's been a long time. More than 10 years, I believe.
But I don't understand. You were burned to death. How on earth did you come back?
There are many things which you will never understand while you're alive and on this earth.
Why'd you come here?
To give you this piece of paper.
Huh? What's on it?
The names of 4 persons. They are alive now. In a short time, they will all be dead.
I looked at him carefully as he talked. He looked hideous, ugly, with horrible burns on his face. The man had the look, touched the very smell of death.
Good night, Raymond.
I looked at the slip of paper my friend Gideon had given me. There were 4 names.
Stella Marlowe, Robert Lane, Amelia Cardway, Raymond Edward Johnson.
The first 3 names I didn't know. The last was very familiar to me. It was my own name.
Oh, hello, Raymond. Sit down.
Thanks, Inspector Dorr.
Cigar?
No, thanks. What about that piece of paper I gave you?
How'd you get it?
I told you.
Look, I'm a cop, Raymond. When I believe a story like that one, you can call the little men in the white coats.
Oh. No, I'm sorry I bothered you, Inspector. Let's forget it.
I can't forget it.
Why?
Because Blake wrote that note.
Are you sure?
We checked the handwriting. It's his. So are the fingerprints we found on it.
How do you figure it?
I don't yet. I am waiting for you
I
to
told
tell
you
me.
everything. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe Blake's really alive.
He got burned to death 10 years ago.
Are you sure?
Positive. We checked every angle of his death at that time because we thought he might have been murdered.
Murdered? I never heard about that.
Oh, Blake was with the department, you remember, working on a homicide case. The Laura Wilcox case, you remember?
Vaguely.
We figured someone might have polished him off, but nobody did. It was an accident.
Was this Wilcox murder ever solved?
No.
Maybe those names I gave you have something to do with the Wilcox case. Why don't you check them?
I did. None of your names figure. These people never heard of the Wilcox murder.
Hey, Inspector.
Yeah, what do you want, Gibson?
Weren't you interested in some information about a dame named Stella Marlowe?
Yeah. She was the first name on that list you gave me, Ray. What about her?
I just came through on the ticker. Stella Marlowe was found dead. Murdered.
Hello?
That you, Ray?
Mm-hmm.
This is Inspector Doyle. We're trying to get you all day.
Oh, I just got in. I've been down to the police library studying the file on the Wilcox case.
All right, forget about that. Now listen, I want you to lock your door and all the windows. I'm sending down a red-headed cop to guard you.
What?
Don't let any dark-haired guy into your house, even if he's your own best friend.
What's this all about?
We're dealing with a homicidal maniac. The body of Stella Marlowe was dismembered.
Remember?
Tell my man to call me at headquarters when he arrives. Goodbye.
Just after I hung up the phone, I noticed a little black box on the living room table. How it got there, I don't know, because my house was locked all day. I undid the black ribbon, opened it. What I saw inside fascinated and horrified me. It was a human hand. Suddenly a thought clicked in my mind. I recognized something on the hand.
Hello, Inspector Doyle speaking.
Inspector, this is Ray Johnson.
Yeah, what is it?
Did you ever find out what happened to Stella Wilcox?
Huh?
She's the stepdaughter of the murdered Laura Wilcox.
Why do you want to know?
Well, she was suspected of the murder for a time.
Listen, will you drop that angle?
Will you just answer one or two questions? Did the killer dismember the whole body in the Stella Marlowe murder?
Just the hands. Fine.
Did she have on a large diamond ring, the third finger on the left hand?
Yes. Her friends say she wore it all the time, but how do you...
I've got it here. Someone sent me a hand with a ring on it.
What?
And get this, there's a name engraved inside the ring. The name is Laura Wilcox.
What?
There's a scar on the thumb. There was a scar on the left thumb of Stella Wilcox's print in your file. I took a fingerprint. The prints on the hand and the fingerprints of Stella Wilcox are identical.
Are you sure?
Yes. Stella Marlowe and Stella Wilcox are the same person.
Did you find anything else there?
Yes. Black hair under the fingernails.
I'm coming down to your place as fast as I can get there. Goodbye.
Goodbye. The front door slammed a second after I hung up. I turned around. Coming toward me was a man with jet black hair. You know, I can say sudden, horrible death when it happens to other people, but when it happened to me... Well, the man with the jet black hair looked quietly at me and said...
I'm Robert Lane. You're Raymond Edward Johnson, I believe?
Yes.
Inspector Doyle spoke to me about you. Can I sit down? What do you make of all this?
I don't know what to make of it.
You heard what happened to Stella Marlowe?
Yes.
Do you know that's not her real name?
Yes, she was the stepdaughter of Laura Wilcox, but how do you know?
I think I know more about this than you imagine.
Is your name really Robert Lane?
Why?
There was a chauffeur in the Wilcox home, a man named Lowry. I wonder...
There's no harm in telling you now. Yeah, I'm that chauffeur.
And Amelia Cardway?
She was Mrs. Wilcox's maid. You know, Johnson, the murder of Stella didn't come exactly as a surprise to me.
Why?
She poisoned her stepmother with the help of the maid, Amelia Cardway.
But why am I involved in all this?
Let's not fool each other. Somehow you discovered that Stella murdered her stepmother. But after 10 years, you can't dig up any evidence, and you know it. So you invent this wild story about Gideon Blake. Just the right sort of psychological scare to frighten the two women into making a move that'll give them away. Very clever.
Just a moment. What color is the hair of Amelia Cardway?
Blonde. Pretty shade of blonde, in fact. Very attractive girl 10 years ago. Oh, what's in the box?
I advise you not to look.
I rarely follow the advice of other people. Oh. Where'd you get this?
Someone left it here this evening.
That ring.
Old Lady Wilcox gave that to Stella on her 18th birthday. That's the hand of Stella. I understand why you asked about the hair, Johnson. That hair under the fingernails is black, just like mine.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if an analysis showed that it was mine.
And you killed it.
The point is that I don't intend to give up my life to amuse you and your little crime hobby.
What do you mean?
You're going to learn about crime, Raymond, through a direct personal experience. I'm going to kill you.
Let go of me,
He was a powerful man. His blow dazed me. I struck my head against the furniture. I lay down on the floor dazed. Like a slow-motion picture, I saw Lane approach and lean over me. A long knife in his hand.
You didn't expect to stir up this hornet's nest, did you? Crime and murder is very amusing, isn't it? Well, you'll find out just how funny it is.
I saw him raise his arm. I was powerless. He was driving the knife down. Suddenly...
Let go. Oh, grab my hand. I did. Did you, Blake? Yes.
I heard him scream. Somewhere the door slammed. And I blacked out.
Here, get up, right? There you are. You're okay now. Come on, get up.
Inspector Doyle.
Hey, what happened here? We found you on the floor, out like a light.
It was Lane, the Wilcox chauffeur. He tried to kill me.
Lane? Lane's dead. There's the body.
Huh?
Did you kill him, Ray?
No. Where does Amelia Cardway live?
A few miles from here. Why?
We've got to get over there right away. She killed the old lady, and she might have killed Stella, too.
I don't see how Amelia Cardway could have done it. Maybe you'll tell me next that Gideon Blake did it.
I don't know. Gideon Blake didn't have a hair on his head.
Besides, he's dead. I never arrest a dead man for the crime of murder. You can't get confessions on him.
Perhaps Lane did go to see Stella shortly before she was killed. They were all in this together.
Yeah?
They told you they didn't know each other to protect themselves.
Now, that still doesn't explain how the hand got to your place, or why Gideon Blake came back from the dead, or why we found those black hairs under the fingernails.
I've got an idea about the hand.
Yeah?
I think it was dismembered so that you would never know that Stella Marlowe was Stella Wilcox.
Huh?
She changed her appearance, but she couldn't change her fingerprints.
Well, then, who left it at your place, and why? And why should you be on the murder list?
Don't remind me of that, please.
Well, here's Amelia Cardway's cottage. Maybe we'll get some of the answers here. Come on. What? Inspector.
Help!
You hear that? Yeah. Come on, follow me, Ray.
Inspector Doyle had his gun out and was running into the house. I followed a few steps behind. In a moment, I was in the living room. Doyle was standing there.
Well, what happened? Why did you scream for help?
In an old chair sat what was once an attractive woman. The blonde hair was streaked with gray, but the face was a mask of terror. I recognized her from the picture in the police file. It was the former maid of Laura Wilcox, Amelia Cardway.
Yes, Mrs. Wilcox. In just a minute. Come in, Mrs. Wilcox.
What's the matter with her?
Yeah, she's cracked or delirious. Just keep sitting there like that, mumbling.
You can't live with secrets. Someone will find out. I'm glad they found out. Now she'll never come to see me again, never.
Yeah, well, who came to see you?
Mrs. Wilcox.
Huh?
I didn't want to give her that medicine. I knew it was poison, but Stella made me. She made me. And so did he, the chauffeur.
Getting out of the chair, Inspector.
Look,
There's a knife in her back.
Miss Cardway.
There she is, at the top of the stairs. Mrs. Wilcox.
Where? At the top of the stairs, Inspector. Look, it's Laura Wilcox.
I'll tell everything, Mrs. Wilcox. We were all in on it together. Stella, the chauffeur, and me. I didn't want to do it. Forgive me for...
I'm going upstairs. You look after her, Ray.
The moment he reached the bottom steps, Mrs. Wilcox disappeared. I stooped over the Cardway woman. She was dead. A burst of pistol fire came from the upstairs part of the house. A moment later, Inspector Doyle came tumbling down the stairs, the gun still in his hand. He was unconscious. I looked up. At the top of the stairs stood Mrs. Laura Wilcox. She said nothing, but calmly came down, holding the poker she had struck the inspector with. She bent down, took out the knife from the body of the dead Amelia Cardway. I was too startled, too frightened to move. Suddenly the woman took off her hat, her wig, and there stood Gideon Blake.
You'd better go now, Raymond.
I don't understand that disguise.
Look there. The entrance to the dining room.
Fire.
Yes. Fire. You'd best leave at once. Those flames are spreading rapidly. Take Inspector Dora with you. Blake, hurry. Yours is the last name on my list, you know.
He didn't have to say any more. I dragged the inspector through the door. Gideon Blake turned, smiled at me, and walked directly into the flames. That was the last I ever saw of him.
I found the missing pieces of the jigsaw puzzle.
Hmm?
Laura Wilcox was a twin sister of Gideon Blake. We dug up the birth records.
Mm-hmm. So that's why she looked so familiar.
And that's why he murdered the three people. Because they killed his sister. He faked his own death in order to carry out justice himself.
Yes, but that still doesn't explain why I was brought into it. Heaven forbid.
That's simple. He wanted us to know what was going on so that we didn't hold some innocent person.
Mm-hmm. Just one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How did Blake fake his own death 10 years ago?
Now, we don't know exactly, but he must have done it.
Did you find his body in the ashes of Amelia Cardway's cottage?
Well, I guess they're there, but, it's impossible to identify them positively.
Yeah, that leaves one other explanation.
What's that?
That Gideon Blake actually died 10 years ago. A word of advice, naturally. When you get killed, don't let your murderer slice your hands off. Because then you can never put the finger on it. Good night. Pleasant dreams.
Now that is what I call a classic Inner Sanctum. That blend of grim storytelling and dark humor is what set the series apart from anything else on the airwaves. You know, Inner Sanctum Mysteries wasn't just about ghosts and ghouls. It was about the psychology of fear. It played with the listener's imagination. You couldn't see what lurked in the shadows, but you heard it, and that was worse. The sound effects were minimal. The acting was vivid. And Raymond's commentary tied it all together with a smirk and a pun that made you laugh right after you shivered. Now, for our second tale, we're moving from Raymond's darkly comic world into something more haunting and introspective. It features one of the all-time greats of horror, Boris Karloff. His voice was made for radio horror. Calm, dignified, and yet utterly chilling. By the time this episode aired in October of 1945, he was already an international icon thanks to Frankenstein, The Mummy, and dozens of other classics. Our story is called The Corridors of Doom. Boris plays a man who awakes in a hospital with no memory of how he got there. The only way forward is down a long, dark corridor. A corridor that may lead somewhere far worse than death. This episode is widely regarded as one of Inner Sanctum's very best, and after hearing it, you'll understand why. Here now is Boris Karloff in The Corridor of Doom.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum. This is your host. Welcome again through the squeaking door to another session of mystery, murder, and madness. Oh, excuse me if I don't get up, but I'm all worn out. Yes, I've had a hectic few days with an old friend who just blew into town. He's one of those earnest souls who insists on doing everything for himself. Consultations with the monument makers, the grave diggers, fittings at the coffin makers. But then most live folks don't enjoy being scared to death. And that's just what's going to happen to you tonight. Our story is called The Corridor of Doom. It's an original radio play written by Robert Newman. And our star tonight is a man who gives even me the shakes. The famous star of stage, screen, and radio, Boris Karloff. Have you thought about death lately? Not the fact that it's inevitable, that it must come to all of us someday, but rather how it will come. Do you think of it as a sleep and a waking? Of a sudden transition from one state of being to another? Or to a state of non-being? John Clay was one of those people who never thought about it at all, until he found himself walking down that dim and endless passage which... But suppose we let Boris Karloff in the role of John Clay tell you about it himself. If your blood pressure will take it, put out the lights and come on a little trip down the corridor of doom. When I woke up, I had no idea of where I was or how I'd gotten there. I was lying on a hard, white bed in a clean, white room. There was a dull pain in my abdomen. Touching it tentatively, I felt a bandage. So that was it. An operation. But for what? And where was I? At that moment, the door opened, and she came in. Good afternoon. Or is it evening?
Whichever you prefer. It doesn't matter.
My name's Clay. John Clay.
Yes.
And yours?
You can call me Nada.
Exactly. Where am I? In what hospital?
It has no name.
What? But that's ridiculous. I'd like to speak to Dr. Rogers. If you'll get him for me, please.
There is no Dr. Rogers. At least, not here.
Then who operated on me? And for what? Listen, I'm not a well man. I've a very bad heart. Will you get someone who can talk to me?
If you wish. I'll call Dr. Stone.
A chill crept through my bones. It wasn't cold. It was fear. Unreasoning and abysmal fear. The door opened again, and there stood a heavy-set man, his hair flecked with gray, and with him, my son-in-law, Alex Bartlett. Alec, I can't tell you how glad I am to see you.
Hello, Father.
But why are you standing out there? Why don't you come in?
Oh, no. No,
I shouldn't advise it, Mr. Clay. And why not? And why... Oh, was it you who operated on me?
Yes. I'm Dr. Stone.
Why wasn't Dr. Rogers called in? He's taken care of me for years.
There wasn't time. It happened during the night. Acute appendicitis. And even as it was...
Even as it was? What? And why are you dressed that way, Alec? All in black.
Well, it's customary. After all, you are my father-in-law.
Of course I am, but... Now, look, Alec. You've got to stop being so mysterious. You know about my heart, what any sudden shock will do.
I don't think you need worry about that anymore, Mr. Clay. And as far as the mystery is concerned, this initial period of adjustment is always a little difficult.
Difficult? Do you realize what it's like, lying here helpless, completely isolated, as if I were all alone in the world? Or isn't there someone I can talk to? Some of the other patients?
Not just yet. When the time comes, You'll meet them.
But, look, Doctor, I can't stand much more of this. I can't. If I don't find someone who really cares about me, who'll treat me like a normal human being... My dog. How about my dog?
What do you think, Doctor?
Yes, that's possible. We'll see what we can do, Mr. Clay. Come along, Bartlett.
Goodbye, Father.
You'll be back, won't you, Alec?
I don't know. I'll try, but it's difficult. Very difficult.
Then don't go, Alec. Don't leave me here all alone. Come back. Come back. I waited and watched and waited. Then the door opened, and there was the doctor again. There was a small, thin-faced man with him this time, wearing the white coat of an orderly and carrying a black box with a handle. My dog. You brought my dog.
All right, Martin. Give it to him.
Yes, sir.
Here you are, sir. Thank heaven, now at least. Come on, Carrie. Come on, boy. Get up. Wake up. Why, what's the matter? Carrie. He's not asleep. He's dead.
You wanted him, Mr. Clay.
But why didn't you tell me? When did he die? How?
How old was he?
11 and a half. Maybe 12.
Pretty old for a dog. That's probably why he could come.
What do you mean? What are you trying to do to me? Don't you realize I'm a sick man?
Easy, Mr.
I won't
Clay.
take it easy. I won't stay here another minute. I'm leaving right now.
Sorry, but I don't think we can permit it.
No, well, we'll see about that.
You're getting yourself all upset for no reason, Mr. Clay, making it very difficult for the rest of us. Martin,
Yes,
you'd better let me have some of that bottle there. About 10 cc's.
The red medicine?
Yes.
I don't want any medicine. I won't take it.
Now, please, Mr. Clay.
I won't, I tell you. No, I don't want the... It's awful. Salty. It tastes like...
Yes. But I think you'll find that it will make things much easier for you. Very much easier.
You're doping me up. That's what you're doing. Putting me to sleep. You think that when I wake up, I'll forget about everything.
Yes, Mr. Clay. You'll forget about everything. Everything.
I was somewhere deep down under the earth. It was a passageway, stone-flagged and with stone walls, and I was walking slowly down it in my bare feet. I could feel the chill of the cold stones through the thick layer of dust. The passageway stretched ahead of me, endlessly. And suddenly, I noticed that there were doors set into the walls on either side, closed doors. And on each door there was a name. Abel, Abercrombie, Abington. Where was I? What was this place? What was behind those awful, ominously closed doors? Something seemed to be drawing me on down the terrible passageway. Addison, Agar, Allen. I could feel the cold creeping up my legs, higher and higher, my heart pounding faster and faster. And suddenly I knew where I was and where I was going. Knew what was waiting for me there ahead of me down the passage. No, exerting all my will, I turned, tried to go back. With a roaring in my ears, I was falling through the darkness. Falling. When I opened my eyes, I was in that cold, white room again, clutching the blankets with trembling hands.
How do you feel now, Mr. Clay?
You cried out, sir, as if...
A dream. The most awful, horrible nightmare I ever had.
A dream? The doctor will be very interested. Would you care to tell me all about it?
Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
It was about your former life?
Former life?
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I meant Here, where are you going?
To get my clothes, to get out of here. I won't stay here
But you
another
can't
minute.
go. You can't, Martin. Help me.
Please, let go of me. Let go. Don't you realize that if I do stay here, if I dream that dream again... Listen. I was in a passageway. An endless, eternal passageway like a corridor of doom. It stretched on and on to infinity with doors, closed doors on either side. And on each one of the doors in alphabetical order there was a name. The name of all those who had died since the beginning of time. I was walking down that corridor on my bare feet and... Why are you looking at me that way?
You mustn't talk about that. You mustn't, do you hear?
But you asked me.
You didn't dream that dream. You couldn't have. And you've got to get it out of your mind. We'll help you. We'll give you a massage. That should make you relax. The alcohol, Martin, right over there.
A massage? You think that'll help?
If it doesn't, we'll call Dr. Stone. Try something else. Martin.
I see. Now what? What are you staring at?
Your feet.
On the soles. Dust. Thick, gray dust.
Dust. Like the dust in the passage. The corridor of doom. And that means... It wasn't a dream. It means... I was really there.
Dirty feet on those nice, clean sheets. No wonder our friend the nurse seemed so upset. Or was that the reason? Maybe she was just disappointed that he still hadn't told her about his operation. Yes, that always has them in stitches. Great big stitches. Like the ones they take in a shroud. Do you think Mr. Clay got that gray dust in his feet because he has feet of clay? Hmm? Well, now I think it's about time to take another little walk. Yes, down the corridor of doom with our star, Boris Karloff. And by the way, don't be concerned about getting too tired, because you'll only have to walk one way. That's the nice part of a trip like that. You don't have to worry about coming back.
I lay there, staring down at my feet. No, it had not been a dream. For there, on my feet, was the thick, heavy dust from the corridor of doom. I had been there, walking down its awful silence, not in my mind, but in the flesh. My heart clenched like an icy fist that I threw the blankets aside, started to get up.
Mr. Clay, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Let me go.
But you can't get up. You can't leave.
Oh, let me go.
Martin, quick, help me.
Please, Mr. Clay. Oh, for heaven's sake, let me go. Don't you realize what this means? If it wasn't a dream, and if I stay here, go down to that horrible place
We've
again...
got to make him quiet down. Some more of that medicine, Martin. Another 10 cc.
Right. Oh, no more of that. It's here, Mr. Clay.
You must take it. You must. It will make you sleep. Sleep so soundly that you won't be able to go down there again.
No, but... All right. Give it to me.
Here. You stay here, Martin. I'll go get Dr. Stone and tell him.
Better, Mr. Clay?
I don't know. Color. Dark red. Taste. It's like...
Yes, I know.
And it makes me sleepy. My eyes get heavy and... Have you been here for a long time, Martin?
No, not long.
What is it like outside of this room?
It's strange. Like no place else.
And the other patients, what are they like?
They're strange, too.
Listen, Martin. I'm a rich man. You're the only friend I've got here. You've got to help me.
Whether you're rich or poor doesn't matter. As for helping you, that's what I'm here for.
You've got to stay here. Watch me. Every minute. My heart. I don't think it'll stand much longer. My first sensation was one of cold, numbing cold, creeping up my limbs. I reached for the blankets, couldn't find them. And I opened my eyes, and I was there again, back there in that awful endless passage, that corridor of doom. The same stone wall, stone floor, covered with a thick layer of dust. The same doors with a name on each one, on both sides of me. But now I was up to the bees. That one there, Barbara, next to it, Babbitt, and then Backer. I tried to cry out, but I couldn't utter a sound. I tried to stop, check myself. My muscles didn't respond. Slowly, heavily, I continued walking on down that endless passage, past Badger, Baffin, Bagley, past the bees and towards the seas, towards a door with my name on it. My heart pulsed, pounding with terror, my breath rasped in my throat. Convulsively, I clutched at the walls, forced myself completely around. Then, as if I were fighting against a roaring gale, I drove myself back. One step I took, 2, 3, and I stumbled and was falling again, falling through darkness, complete, absolute, unending. Even before I opened my eyes, I knew where I was. Back in my room, the sheets crumpled in my sweating hands. I lay there for a moment. I knew that this was my last chance. And this, I knew where I was. Back in my room, the sheets crumpled in my sweating hands. Slipped out of bed, tiptoed to the door of the room, opened it a crack, and peered out, a hospital corridor. And sitting at a desk halfway down it, the nurse. Could I slip past her? Then on a table next to the door, I saw the telephone. A telephone! Now I could get help. Reach someone who would save me, take me out of this place. Picking it up quietly, I dialed my daughter's number, Alec Bartlett's wife. Jane? Oh, thank heaven.
Hello?
Jane, it's your father. Listen, you've got to help me. You've got to come and get me. I'm at the hospital. Alex knows where.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, can't you hear me? Didn't you hear what I said? It's your father and... Jane! Hung up. I heard her, but she couldn't hear me. Something wrong with the phone, her phone. I've got to get hold of somebody, but who? Dr. Rogers? Oh, might be out. And if they come in while I'm phoning... Oh, I know, of course.
Police headquarters, Ryan speaking.
Hello, police. This is John Clay of Riverside Road. I'm at the hospital. I don't know where.
Hello?
But... Can't you hear me, officer? For heaven's sake, listen. It's a matter of life and death. John Clay at a hospital. My son-in-law, Alec Bartlett, can tell you where.
Hello?
Officer, listen. Don't hang up. Don't. Officer, hello.
Anything the matter, Mr. Clay?
Dr. Stone, your telephone, there's something wrong with it.
No, Mr. Clay. There's nothing wrong. Not with the telephone.
But I tried to make 2 calls. 2 different numbers, and...
I know. And you should have known. Nurse, orderly.
Should have known what? Why couldn't they hear me when I could hear them? Why?
Yes, Dr. Stone?
Will you put Mr. Clay back into bed?
No.
I'm awfully sorry, sir. I only went out for a minute. Come on, Mr. Clay.
No,
please.
leave me alone, please.
Mr.
Let
Clay,
go.
please.
No use struggling. You know that, don't you?
Yes, I know. Doctor, I won't have to go back down there again, will I? Down to the corridor?
That's not up to me. All right, nurse. I think we're ready for another dose. The final one.
Yes, Doctor.
No, doctor. No, not that red medicine. Not again.
I'm sorry, but you've had a lot of time. All the time we can give you.
All right, Mr. Clay.
No, I won't
Here.
take it. You know what it means, Doctor. I go back down there again to the corridor. It'll be to the letter C. To the place where my name is.
If he won't take it by himself, perhaps you'd better help her, Martin.
Yes, sir.
No,
Here,
I
Clay.
won't. Again, I knew where I was before I opened my eyes. I could feel the dust under my bare feet, and through the dust, the biting chill of the cold stones. I was there, back in the corridor, walking down its silent length past the blank, closed doors. For the names on the doors, now they were all C's. Cabot, Cadden, Cahoon. On I walked, the beating of my heart, the pounding of my pulse loud in my ears. On down the passage, no longer even trying to fight against what I knew was inevitable. On past Cameron, Chelsea, Chiswick, and then, suddenly, terribly, one door. A door with my name on it, gaping, waiting for me. I tried to stop, to turn, but my legs carried me forward. I was but 2 doors away. I could see into it now, see that it contained nothing. Absolutely nothing, not even a coffin. Just stone walls and a flat stone slab. I was turning to step over the threshold. I made a last convulsive effort. Merciful heavens, help me! Save me!
All right, Martin. Pick him up.
Yes, sir.
Is it all over? Hello, Bartlett. In at the death, eh? I'll see if there's any pulse, of course, but I should think it is all over.
It is stone, but not the way you think.
What? Clay! He's not dead. No thanks to you. All right, get him up, both of you. Here, Mr. Clay, let me help
It's
you.
all right, Martin. I'll be fine from now on.
But how?
Don't look so surprised, Alec. Mr. Martin is a detective. I hired him some time ago. You see, I had a feeling that something was wrong when that railing broke accidentally, and I took that bad fall. So I decided I should investigate.
You can't prove it. You can't prove anything.
The first results of Martin's investigation showed me what bad financial shape you were in. And it was then that I realized that you had actually been trying to murder me to get hold of my money. So I faked that story of having a very bad heart.
You mean it?
I thought it would give you the idea of trying something more subtle and less dangerous. And it certainly did.
But you still can't prove anything, not a thing. No, don't you worry about that. Don't forget. Come back here, Bartlett.
You'll never have a chance to prove it.
Come back, Bartlett.
Oh, you shot him, killed him.
Well, I couldn't have. I fired up in the air to get him to stop.
Come on.
But I don't understand it. There's not a mark on him. But he is dead.
He was the one who had the bad heart. That's what gave me the idea of pretend. Good heavens, look.
At what?
This hallway was supposed to be the corridor of doom. When I reached the door with my name on it, I was supposed to die. Look. Look at the name on that door there. The one right next to him.
Bartlett. His name. So what?
Nothing, Martin. Nothing at all.
Now, where do you think old Dr. Stone got the idea for that little alphabetical graveyard? That's right, from me. Huh? You don't believe me? Then come on home with me tonight, and I'll show you the one in the cellar of my house. What's more, I'll show you a door and a neat stone slab with your name on it.
Nonsense, Mr. Host. Mr. Clay just explained that the whole thing was a hoax. And I'm not going to sit here and hear you say otherwise.
Well, then don't sit. Stand up and we'll take a walk, Mary Bennett. Yes, back to your name. Back to the B's. Baker, Bartlett, Bennett.
You don't scare me.
Yeah? Well, how would you like it if we went to the L's and found a door marked Lipton?
Oh, why, that's fine. Inside, we'd find a wonderful, friendly beverage. Lipton's, the tea with the brisk flavor. The tea that's welcome at all hours of the day. Yes, the largest selling brand of tea in the whole world. Lipton tea.
And now a word of advice. If you should wake up tonight with a sudden chill, find yourself walking barefoot down a dusty stone corridor with doors on both sides of it, don't get excited. Just insist on a doom with a view. By the way, this month's Inner Sanctum mystery novel is The Whistling Legs by Roman McDougal. Yes, and next week's Inner Sanctum story, directed by Hyman Brown and brought to you by Lipton Tea and Lipton Soup. Next week's story is about women. Yes, 2 women who like to be treated rough. Choke 'em to death, shoot 'em, murder 'em. They'll love you for it. And who do you think is going to be their boyfriend? That's right. Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff will be with us again next week, because who else could love such women? So, if you're in a tender mood, tune in next Tuesday. Until then, good night. Pleasant dreams.
Boris Karloff, a man who could make even a whisper sound like a warning from beyond. The Corridor of Doom is one of those stories that, well, lingers. It's not about ghosts or vengeance. It's about facing the unknown, and that's something that the Inner Sanctum always did so very well. These 2 stories first aired more than 80 years ago, and yet they still work. No jump scares, no special effects, just voices, sound, and, of course, imagination. And that's the beauty of old-time radio. It invites you to help tell the story with your mind. As we close out the month of spooky, I've been talking a lot about why we love being scared. Bottom line, it's because fear wakes something deep inside us. It's the thrill of the unknown and the reminder that there's still some mysteries left in the world. Things that science and reason can't quite explain. Or maybe, as the Inner Sanctum often hinted, we just enjoy hearing about someone else's bad luck. And that from the safety of our own cozy chair. Whatever the reason, these tales connect us across time, across generations. That same creaking door that startled audiences in 1941 still makes us smile today. And so the creaking door shuts on another month of spooky. We've journeyed through the haunted houses, ghostly trains, cursed divers, and eerie laughter in the dark. And as always, it's been a joy sharing these classic tales with you. But don't worry, the strange and the mysterious never truly ends. It just waits until next time when we travel the month of spooky. Until then, I'm Ron, and this has been Ron's Amazing Stories. Happy Halloween, and remember, keep the lights low, the imagination high, and your ear tuned for that creaking door. And as always, stay amazing. You know, whenever I finish the month of spooky, I always find myself sitting in the studio with the lights low and just listening. The hum of the equipment, the little clicks and creaks of the house settling. It's funny how sounds change after a few weeks of ghost stories. You start to wonder, was that always there? October has that kind of magic. It slows the world down just enough to notice things. The smell of cold air, the sounds of leaves scraping across my driveway, and of course, the cat giving you a look like he knows that there's something standing right behind you. You would let me know, wouldn't you, kitty? The truth is, when the lights go out and the mic goes cold, that's when imagination wakes up. The spooky stories fade, but the feeling they leave behind, that little tingle maybe, it sticks around. And honestly, I hope that it does. Because a world without mystery, well, that's just daylight all the time. And who wants that? We need a little shadow now and then. Not the kind that frightens, but the kind that whispers. That little reminder that even in the modern world, it's not all science and logic. There are still things that we can't quite explain. And that is a good thing. That's where wonder lives. So, as I close the book on another October, I want to thank you all for coming along for the ride, for letting me share these tales, for listening to the ghosts of the golden age of radio, and for keeping them alive with your imagination. When you think about it, that's what this show is all about. It's not the creaks or the screams, it's the stories themselves. They connect us. A frightened housewife in 1945, a podcaster in 2025. And then there's you, sitting there in the dark tonight, all hearing the same tale, all feeling the same chill. And there's something pretty special about that. So, before you turn out the lights, maybe step outside. Take one last deep breath of that October air. You might hear the wind or a leaf skitter by, or maybe even that creak of the inner sanctum door, reminding you that the spooky never really ends. It just takes a little nap until next year. Well, good night, friends. Sleep tight, and please don't let the spirits bite.
It's Halloween time. The time for leprechauns, banshees, pixies, and hobgoblins to hold their annual powwow.
Yes, and the old witch rides through the skies on her broom.
Not this year, Lena. This year she streaks across the Milky Way with her knobby knees buckled into Bob Hope's toothbrush. There she goes.
But how would the witch get to know Bob Hope?
She accepted a blind date with him, the poor soul.
Sounds very romantic. Bing, I'll bet your kids have great plans for Halloween.
Yes, but I nipped them in the blueprint stage.
Oh, why don't you let them go out and have a little fun?
Fun? On Halloween, that demolition gang of mine makes a flock of termites look like a busy little builders. This year they're going to settle for a jack-o'-lantern, and that's all.
Have you got a pumpkin yet?
No, we're just going to stick a candle in Brother Everett's mouth. He lights up very easily. But I must say that Halloween has done much to advance the American way of life. A joyous season, and a welcome date on our calendar.
That was episode number 712, and it was brought to you by Audible. Head to audibletrial.com/Ron's Amazing Stories and get a free audiobook today. You help the show if you do it. Thank you, Audible. If you want to follow the podcast or the blog, head to ronsamazingstories.com. There you will find any of the links that I mentioned and how to contact us. Do you want to help the show? The best thing you can do is to tell your friends all about us and leave reviews and comments wherever you listen. Clicking that follow or like button helps us grow. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come again to find out what are Ron's Amazing Stories.
All of the vintage audio used in the podcast is believed to be in the public domain. Ron's Amazing Stories does not own the rights to any of the old-time radio used here. If you hold the rights to any of the shows played, please contact us immediately at ronsamazingstories.com.